Yep. Shut up, but whatever. Who cares? All right. A little fan going here. Oops. Gotta get this guy working too. It wouldn't be a stream without hiccups. Why isn't it showing up? What the dang it? Always problems. Okay, thank you. Should get the signal. There we go. Fine. Or penny. Derp. Maybe my bit rate is wrong. My bit rate should be at 6,000 on the nose. Jesus Christ. It's always something stupid. Look at it. 5,999 there. It's not 6,000. Okay. Okay, it looks like it's running all right. And it's in miniatures. whatever. Back to model building. First up, I gotta get this guy out of here. Yeah, that's the wrong one. Okay. Dang at it. Off comes the leg. Oh, that's tough. We will bond those metal pieces to the hydraulics tonight. That is the wrong piece. I forgot to mirror it because it's not symmetrical on the back. You have to mirror the parts when you print them out, otherwise they come out off center. Or in this case, off center won't fit properly. C'est la vie, my mistake. You bad. I don't even appear to be registering in the miniatures and models. Why am I not showing up? I'm wasting my time. Sorry if anybody's watching, I'm still trying to figure out streaming. I'm still getting used to this. Oh well. Back to what I was doing. Got this stuff cross pins so well. It's Monsieur Glue. Ah, damn it. That's it. Actually, I might be able to just hold those out. There we go. Yeah, that's probably enough. Which one was red? I think I know which one it was. There goes the cap. And the cap fell off the table. I'll let these guys dry. Grab the cap in. Go. Okay. Let's get the other hydraulics prepped. Those joists feel a little stiff, but it'll work out in time. Yeah. You can see how they function. Of course, the metal part has to be bonded to the hydraulic here. Otherwise, they'll slip off. Actually, probably wasn't necessary to take that one off, but whatever. Whatever. None of this matters. Yeah, Butterfingers. Now, why does it keep saying my bit rate is all screwed up? $5,000 for Twitch? Oh, I guess. Okay. Maybe I gotta bring my bit rate down for Twitch. I'll do it tonight, I guess. Since we are trying to make Twitch happy, we have to bring our bitrate down to 5,000. So output, we go to 5,000. I hope it doesn't look like garbage. Okay, now it says on an acceptable bit range. Whatever. So good. Try. Nice. See, now I can't even remember if I actually put. No, I didn't put stuff on this one. Okay. Did I actually glue this? No. So they're worried about Twitch's bitrate. We are. Okay. Looks like everything's running all right. Well, live and learn. Okay. This guy's dry. Now, you tin this fella. He's doing it again. Ugh. Boy, I suck at this. Oh well, live and learn. I still gotta print those parts out. Shoot. Alright, well, what we do need to do is finish this hand. And fortunately, we have some fresh parts. I may actually replace that piece. Make sure we don't have a thumb here. There we go. Do we have a thumb? That's a thumb. Yep. No, it needs to be replaced. Proper nippers for this one. Cannon. Actually, need to grab it the other way. Come on. Actually, the hell with it. I'll cut a new piece. That looked like it's pretty badly worn. Specialty tool. You can see we've got the TPU in there, just below the joint. Make it nice and stiff. Hopefully. That may be a little too long. Maybe. We'll see. They're too tight and too loose. Say it every time. There we go. We have come through the other side. Let's clip that off. And now we have the functional thumb. Area here so you guys can see what's going on. What's there? Boy, this one's a little bit tougher than I thought. I think I got it. There we go. Probably cutting that TQ a little too long. Am I doing something wrong here? Why am I not showing up in the issues? Oh, well, forget it. I'm just gonna hang out with what I got and go from here. Big lightning storm outside today. Who knows? Maybe we'll lose power. Cut my stream short. Come on, there we go. Now I have a functional thumb, index and middle finger. That's some good grippage too. I mean, look at that. That's good and stiff. That'll last a while. Now, the pinky finger is the final digit. Okay. Come back. Got a couple things printing right now. I'm actually doing a printing process where you print one piece after the other as opposed to doing them all at the same time, and hopefully it won't crash my system. So if I'm looking over my shoulder in paranoid fashion, it's because of that. A little higher. There we go. Now I have another kind of hand that we're going to be putting together tonight. It's the gauntlet hand. But we're going to have to print those parts out too, so it could be a little later before they're ready to be put together. Currently printing the fingers out for them as we speak. I use this one or this one, which is number 2. Oops. Which one's the better looking of the two? That's the thing. When you 3D print something, you always want to find the one that has the least imperfections. That one's got an imperfection, so it is no go. This one looks perfect. We use you. Clean that one up, I think we did. Yes, we did. Okay. It feels like it needs to be sanded a little bit. Just to smooth her out a smidge. Come on. Oh yeah. We are through. And now we clean up the edge. There you have it. Uncompleted fist. Now, the problem with this is that this is regular PLA. But with PLA Plus in the past, I've noticed that after time, these joints tend to crack right here. I'm not sure about just regular PLA. You know, it's like almost as if PLA Plus dries out and fractures. But the beauty about 3D printing something is you can make as many as you want, right? Right. Okay, so he has 2 hands now. I am going to go check my print over there and grab a soda, and I will be right back. Be right back. Cool. They're looking good. Do. See if my screen's popped up here yet. Hey, this sucks. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, hopefully that helps. So hold up. That don't make no kind of sense. Okay, maybe I'm in the wrong area here. Hmm. Okay, there it is. Thank you. I was in the wrong freaking area. Boom, finally. Okay, now I'm in the right place. What a pain in the ass that was. Whatever. Now I'm in the right place. Dude, I was just there. What the fuck, man? What am I doing wrong? I don't know. I'm not seeing myself here at all, so I don't know if I'm even streaming to Twitch. That printer's done. If I can't see myself on Twitch, then how do I even know I'm doing it? Good God. This fucking thing. And of course, my thing is screwed up again. We're on the adventure trying to figure this crap out. Let me guess. No. Ugh. Well, it says I'm streaming in miniature models. So I guess I'll just leave it at that and go with it. But whatever, maybe it takes some time to update. Who knows? Right, that one's done. Let's go get that off the printer. Get the next print ready. No, don't go anywhere. I need you. Where did you go? I found you, little piece. Okay. We have our fingers for our palm now. I have to bag these guys, just in case. There is, oh, there you are, my little baggie. Das sind there. Und these parts too, with the spare parts. I don't think I had printed out poems before, had I? Nope. Okay. There we go. Now, I have to get the next thing. All right. I did finally show up. Yes. Thank God. I could finally see myself on Twitch. But what a pain in the butt that was. Finding the correct terms and stuff to get to stream on Twitch is such a pain in the butt. But now I know, and knowing is half the battle. Get our cross pin material here. Clean this out of the way. Now, some spare finger bits. See how these are doing. They look good. That needs to be filed up a little bit. And they can go back. Come on. Put your best foot forward, as they say. Now we have glue in there to hold them together. I guess that's like his Achilles heel. That's too early for polka oompa music. There we are. Perfect functionality. And now, I wonder if that's the right part over there. We'll find out later. Now if I could just get that other part that finished printing, then we could put this on the other leg where it belongs, because I forgot to mirror it last time, but now we have the parts necessary. I'm gonna go knock that one off the printer and see how it works. So one out is cool. Hopefully that'll be that. I don't have to wait for the other one. Okay, let's see how I fit. Of course, it's the other one. Well, it's a spare part, and it's a good spare part, so we'll save this guy for later. In the meantime, I think I had it written down here. Was it 12 and 7mm. I guess I'll have to do the arms. That could be, I'm stuttering here, that could be cut cleanly, much more cleanly. There. The other piece gets done. Let's do those biceps, shall we? So we filed up. AI viewers streamboo.com. What are AI viewers? Not sure what that means. I just get advertised to. Now, when it comes to viewers, I'd rather just wait. If it's an eternity, then it's an eternity. If somebody shows up. One down, 3 to go. I should have beveled these. This one's way too close to the build plate. Gotta bring that up a micrometer or two. It's got a bit of an elephant's foot on it, for those who know what that is. An elephant's foot is where the print where it contacts the surface. It's been pushed too low, so it squishes out a little bit. We don't like that. That can cause problems for fitting and motion. Alrighty. Let's bore these out to size and then get them fit with their metal sleeves. Oops. There we go. And now, let's make sure we got the right one. That's aluminum sleeving. I like to have a nice tough piece of metal in there. I like to actually combine the metal and the plastic. I don't know what it is. This is something from my old days as a model builder. A lot of Japanese kits have metal parts, so I figured if I'm going to have hydraulics on this thing, use the real deal. And we need to clean these ends up. Should we fit here? And we do. We're going to need 4 of these. Let's get our metal cutter out. Because of my sight, bring it in the glass. Twist, tighten, twist, tighten, and then our metal tubing is cut. Almost there. Gotta open that up a little bit. And then cut 3 more. So there you have it. An actual metal hydraulic. There. Like so. There we are. Cool. Let's take off the other arm and get that prepped. First cut, squeeze, second cut. Squeeze. Bingo. The print's about done. Oh, well, it just finished. Hallelujah. Let me cut this last guy here, and then we'll go get that sucker off the print bed, and we'll finish up that leg. Ah, JK, welcome. Yes, I did. If you would like a copy of him, he's free. Just hit that, what do you call it? QR code over there. I'll take you right to the website on Cults 3D. Yeah, it's a bit of a passion project. One of many. How you doing tonight? Let's see if I can bring this guy back. Awesome. I don't know about you, but we're getting a heck of a storm right now. I'm worried that I might lose my stream, you know? Power might go out. There we go. In case you're wondering, what I'm doing is I'm sleeving the hydraulics on the models so that they have a lot more support because it is a moving part. Plus, I just thought it'd be cool to have metal in there. Oh, 3D printing? It's a great hobby, man. Have you gotten a 3D printer yet? I have to talk to some of the older school guys, you know. Not a lot of kids get into this stuff, I don't think. You have to be a little bit crafty for this kind of thing. Have you gotten a 3D printer yet, or are you looking to get one? That's almost right. Cool. Okay, so those are ready. Yeah, I get you. The resin ones are messy, you know. They're great for detail, but boy, you know, they stink up the place. You have to have a vent on them. I've got a couple of them myself, but I rarely use them. I try to stick with FTM. Of course, you know, I'll tell you one thing, as a hobby, you know, wives might think of this as a waste of time, but it is fun. My wife certainly does. There we go. Found that guy there. Yeah, that's a good one to start with, man. They've come a long way since it all began, and the Bamboo Labs are really awesome. There's a ton of support out there for them too. I'm still rocking the old Ender 3s from Creality, you know. I guess I've just had them so long and modified them so much, I just haven't really had a chance to upgrade, and I'm just used to them. It's like, I guess you can equate the Ender 3 to DOS versus like Windows 7, which would be the Bamboo Lab, or Windows 10, which would be the Bamboo Lab stuff. The Enders are clunky, but they work. Nah, dude, you talk all you want, man. I think it's just you and me here. Talk all you like. That's why I do this, you know. I just want to have a nice place for people to hang out and, you know, talk about anything. I mean, besides, if you don't slow me down every once in a while, I'll get the project done. I'll be like, good night, guys. We don't want that. Let me go and grab this other piece here that just finished printing, and we'll get this leg fixed. Me? I'm from Missouri, right in the middle. Yes, sir. I am from the Show Me State. All right, now hopefully this will fit. I printed the wrong one last time. Ah, I'll use what little French I know. Bonjour, mon ami. Welcome, welcome. Now that fits perfectly. French Quebec. I had a neighbor once from Quebec when I was a kid. Nice guy. Merci beaucoup. That's about the limitations of my French. Sorry. There we are. If you can get a Bamboo Labs, I would do it. I mean, they have wonderful support. They've got their own proprietary software. They've got all kinds of mods you can get for it, and it's, you know, Wi-Fi accessible. Like my older printers here, they're all hardline through a landline. They don't have Wi-Fi to them, so that's always a plus. And you can, you know, maybe the A1 has a camera built into it. I'm not sure. But you can hook a camera up to it, so you could literally like set your print while you're at work and watch it on your phone if you need to. Like, in case something goes wrong, you can shut the printer off from your phone. I mean, it's awesome what those things can do. Plus the print quality is really nice. So there we go. I had printed 2 of these before, but I didn't mirror the parts so that it didn't fit properly. And now, there we go. Very good. Well, that's good. Let's get his leg back on. Yeah. Yeah, I get it. Well, everything's going to connect to the internet these days. I mean, you might as well put yourself out there to some degree. You know, I mean, here I am. I'm just like, I got cameras all over my basement shop. Like, whatever, you know. I don't think the Bamboo Labs printers are going to be spying on you, you know. And if they are, they're going to be like, ooh, he's printing another articulated dragon, you know. Whoop-de-doo. It should be dry by now. Let's see how they fit. I mean, we live in an information age, you know. The Library of Alexandria is at our tips, the tip of our fingers, for God's sakes. We can, you know, research anything, anytime, anywhere. I mean, a certain amount of you is going to be online. There's no way around it. That's just the future. And, you know, if you're not connected, you're going to fall behind. What do I call this nice piece? This is the Caractacus. named after the British chieftain Caractacus, who fought against the Roman legions back during Claudius's reign. Like I said, there's that. If you can use that. What do you call it? Gosh, not hashtag. The QR code on there. You can go to the website and see the files and download them there. I don't know if I just made that thing, so it might work, it might not. But yeah, fell in love with the character Caractacus, and I wanted to build a tabletop model piece that was articulated, so I decided to name it after him. And there are more. This is not the only one. I got another one on the way. And some vehicles and all kinds of stuff. And on my website, there's actually some fighter jets and things like that too that I designed. But you know how it is. It's hard to find time to design stuff these days. Spending time on 3D design and then doing 3D printing and this channel, it's a slow process. Okay, there we go. One functional bicep. Now, check this out. This is how the system works. Here's a chain weapon. The arms can be swapped out with weapon systems. It's got actually a weaver rail built into it, so you can swap the weapons out whenever you need to. You can have that. You can have... Try to do this guy here. This big old Maximilian machine cannon. This belt-fit box rounds. And we even have what I call this one the jelly sod. What to use to design? I was looking into maybe learn Blender. Okay, so here's what I call the talk about Blender. You either speak Blender's language or you don't, and it will drive you up the wall. And I tried so hard for so long to learn Blender, and it kicked my butt up the street and back the other way. And I refuse to even touch it right now, you know, until the language of Blender gets a little easier. I'm not touching it. But what I do use is Tinkercad. And I get a lot of people saying that Tinkercad is, oh my God, you know, it's like, why are you torturing yourself with that? The reason why I use Tinkercad is because it speaks my language. It literally, I mean, I designed this guy on that cheap free program on Tinkercad. And I love it. And I haven't been able to get away from it. And they keep adding new features. And the impression I'm getting is that eventually Tinkercad is going to catch up to things like Blender. They're just going to keep letting new features slip over time. And eventually it'll be a full-on program. By that time that it's Blender level, I'll already know everything about it. And if I can make this on Tinkercad, I mean, you can make anything. You just have to be clever enough, you know. So, are you able to cut and key a piece? Yes. Yes, you could do, I guess it's called boolean cuts and stuff like that. Like everything starts out as a basic shape, like, you know, square, circle, rectangle, star. They got all kinds of pre-cut shapes that you can use. And then you can change the dimensions of them. And then you can use one shape to cut another. So if you want to have, like, say just a simple square with a cylinder going all the way through it, or like halfway through it or whatever, you can literally measure it out, like based on how large the square is, how deep you want the cylinder to go. And then you could turn that cylinder into a cutting tool itself. And when you combine the two, it cuts it out. I mean, that's basically how I made all these parts. It's either combining parts, like combining pieces that I designed, or cutting them out using other pieces. Like, for example, this right here, this kind of what looks like an 18th century bridge support here was just a flat piece, square flat piece that I used a cylinder to cut that curvature out. So I just blew up the cylinder, moved over where I wanted to, and then combined them, and it cut it right out. The rivets are just small spheres that I shrunk down and put on top of it and just combined them. It's just a combine and cut function. And it's really easy to use. So, yeah, give it a try. I mean, try both. You know, try Blender too. Maybe it'll speak your language. But man, Blender kicked my butt. I'll never use it again. Well, I never say never, like the old movie. Okay, let's pop this guy's arm back on. So there you go. Fully functional fingers and hands. I do need to cross pin the wrist here. I mean, I am going to paint him ultimately. But, yeah. Pop that guy back in. There we are. Let's see. Hallelujah. And by the way, don't mind talking, man. You know, I'm a talkative guy myself. I'm 47 years old. You got 10 years on me. So we're in the same camp. Let's see here. Yeah. Yep. Throw this guy out. Yeah. Yeah, he's fully posable, dude. Here, I'll just give you an example. You hear that clicking? Those are all ratchet joints. And the beauty about it is not only are the hydraulics movable on them, but you can tighten the joints too. Most corresponding joints have a screw to them, but inside each of these joints is actually a ratchet that moves in and out. On the ball hips, you can see he's got a screw there that you can open up the ball hip so it makes greater contact with the socket. And I'm not sure if you can't see too. I can take this armor off here. There we go. You can kind of see, you got to take the top plate off here, but same goes for in there. There's a screw, or there's supposed to be a screw in there that opens up the shoulder socket to make tension. Have you ever built a Gundam model before? The Japanese model kits? Well, I grew up with those things, and the problem with them is that the joints would always go loose on you. When he designed this guy, I said, that's not going to happen. The joints on this guy can be renewed, you know, or tightened up. And I wanted it so that the joints would last a long time. Because it's one thing I hate as a kid is having a toy or a model where the joints were like this. You can see this guy right here. His joints are just shot. He's an old kid, though. But not this guy. Now. And that print's almost about done over there. We're going to start another one. Oh, that's cool. Landscapes and canvases? Huh. Are you a Bob Ross fan? I love Bob Ross's work. There's actually a YouTube channel for Bob Ross. I'll sit there and watch him paint landscapes all day long. I mean, up in Quebec, you've got some wonderful landscapes to paint too. I bet it's quite beautiful up there. I've only seen pictures, but you got quite a bit of foliage, flora, and fauna to paint. Let's see here. What's my time? 1 hour 30 minutes. I'm only going to try and do a 2-hour stream tonight because got an early morning, well, early-ish. But I'm going to try and do a stream as many nights as possible. There we go. Oh, you built? I didn't know you built. Oh, cool. Glad you like them, man. I appreciate that. Mike Zvod. Okay. Does he have a show too? Hey, thanks for Mud. Thanks for the compliment. I appreciate that. And you guys, wait till you see the next thing I got coming. I got two things coming. I got a tank base. I call it the Cauldron, and it's big. I mean, like this big. It's Titan scale. Mike Swab. Okay, I'll check them out. I'm always looking for new landscape artists. I like that stuff. You know, whenever I go to like a thrift store, I'm always looking at the landscape paintings, thinking, put that in the background of my my live stream. Mud, thanks for the compliment. So you've built this guy? Let's see here. There's another models like yours. Period. I wish I could. Two. I built two. Oh, at 200% scale. You built this guy at twice its scale? Jesus. So hold up. Wow. That I'd like to see. Did you have any trouble finding the nuts and bolts for him? Because, like, you know, in the knee joints and the ankle joints, those are 3/8 specifically. 3/8 screws, these guys. I'm sorry, 6/32 by 3/8. Yeah. Holy crap. That's cool. Where did you get the files from, Mud? Did you get them from Cults 3D? All right. Here, let's do a little flex. Let's see here. Kind of flexing. Ah, okay. I like to see that at that scale. That'd be neat. Like wherever you got the files from, if you go back and post a picture, I'd love to see it at that scale. That's massive, man. Oh, okay. It's called 3D. Well, I have to shut off that printer. I will be right back, gentlemen. My Ender 3s, as you can see. Okay. That guy's out. On my website, I had to take that down. It wasn't getting any traffic. You know, the only place that I was able to send models, people weren't downloading from my website, sadly. And it was costing too much. So I just left it on Cults 3D and Thingiverse and a few other places. Here, check this out. You see how that's loose? This is the beauty of TPU. Put a little of this springy stuff in here. Let's get the right length. See about that. If websites weren't so darn expensive, I would have kept that sucker up, but it just wasn't getting the traffic like Colts 3D was. And Colts 3D is free. It's our friend. There we go. Actually, it's not quite right. Oops. In there. There we go. And then in we go. There you go. See how stiff that is now? It's a little TPU. Brings that joint right back to life. USB and charge. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, like when you scale it up like that, it's gonna definitely change some of the hardware. I guess you got to use what you got to use, whatever works, you know. That's awesome. Let's get this guy. I had that pinned properly. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying them. So you're going to use them for tabletop, or is it just for display, for fun? Why is that not going in there right? There we are. So, Mud, where are you from? Or have you told me already? I've got a really bad memory, so bear with me. Okay. I'm gonna... Okay. There we go. Yeah, you see, this is not the final color of him. When I get to painting him, all this blue undercarriage and the yellow is going to have like this kind of appeal to it. You can see I just was messing around with the paints the other day. You can see that it's got this kind of worn and tattered look to it. And then this could be, his arm is going to be like that too. I should start populating his armor with the parts I've painted already. This is his shoulder armor right here. Well, I'll just do that. I'm going to populate whatever parts I painted with him already, you know, because we're there. We're getting to that point. The old prototype can have his parts back. And this guy can start to wear his actual armor. Dang it. I must not have pinned these shoulders right. And then I'm breaking them off. General Grievous. Every time I think of General Grievous, I think of him going, you know. And then Obi-Wan Kenobi frying him with a stormtrooper's or a clone trooper's weapon. So uncivilized. Is that in there right now? Okay. That's in there. Hey, my pleasure. You know, Mud. Come back anytime. I'm gonna try and be on at like 11 o'clock Central. Um, you know, and just come and hang out. Come talk model kits. Suggestions are always welcome too, because I'm gonna one of these days I'll be, instead of working on models, I'll actually be designing, you know, and stuff like that. Cool. Awesome. Yeah, just like post them on Cult 3D so everyone can see them. Show them your work, man. I mean, I'm guaranteed people have a lot of fun seeing something that big. That's awesome. Yeah. And thanks for coming by, man. Have a good rest of your evening. Well, uh, it's you know what tabletop gaming is? Like Warhammer, 40K, that kind of thing. Ideally, I'll be able to put him on the tabletop at some point in time and play a game with him. You know, like it's one thing to design a model and build it, but I want to use it too. Yeah, we'll do, Mud. Take care. Yeah, and like I'd like to be able to actually go and play a role playing game with this. I think it'd be a lot of fun. You know, go do some tabletop battles of some sort. Yeah, there's a game called One Page Rules, which allows you to use whatever models you want, and I think this guy would be ideal for One Page Rules because they have a system for titans and soldiers and all that that you can just plug in your own models and then just play. You know, so you're not stuck with using, you know, Warhammer models or Dungeons and Dragon models, or whatever. You can use whatever models you want. Okay. And this guy will be the model that I use. At least one of them. There we go. Prototype has got his arm back. Come on, guy. Get on there. Okay, there's that. Now, if your son plays tabletop games, maybe print out some units and game with him. Alice. There we go. Head armor. Fits. Where's this guy's old head armor? And I still have to print out a faceplate for this guy. There we go. Actually, this is the first time I've put this armor on him. So it'll be interesting to see how it looks color-wise. I wanted to have like the construction site blue, you know, like a lot of heavy earth movers and things like that had this kind of blue underframe like this, and I figured that would be kind of cool with a prototype yellow. I'm surprised he hasn't gotten into it. He seems like a technical person, you know, doing cybersecurity and things like that, and being into wargaming. You'd think he would have brought you into it. You never know. There we go. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Sometimes these parts, there we go. They just fit. Like this is literally a one-to-one fit. Yeah, it might surprise you once you get to hold of a 3D printer. Kind of brings out an artist in all of us. Okay, I'm gonna take a little prototype off the stand here. Oops. Here's the left, here's the right. Good fit. The paint's not coming off of my hands. There we go. Then we have to touch this guy up a little more. Now comes the fun part, putting the knee on. There you go. Yeah, 4 or 5 of them, all supporting each other in a combat situation, ducking behind burnt out buildings, fighting kaijus. And why is that not fitting right? Let's swap the knees on these guys. Unfortunately, in my early design of this guy, he's a little asymmetrical. Not as symmetrical as he should be. So the next model I'm designing is definitely going to be more symmetrical. God, these knees are always so tight. Come on, you son of a gun. There we go. These aren't fitting very well either. It'd be a shame if I'd reprint these, but that happens. The beauty about 3D printing, buddy, is that you can print out as much as you need. What's up with that? Why are they not aligning? Oh well, maybe I did have it right the first time. Like these things, to get them on, we literally have to flex them out and then flex them back. Man. Oh, fuck me. Pardon my language. Just broke the leg. Oh well. It wouldn't be model building without accidents. My question is, why are these knees not working? Oh yes, sidekick wise, I was thinking about that, like a little tank or something like that, or like a kind of like a tank on the bottom, you know, robot on top with like machine guns or something that could zip around him, you know, do damage to the enemy that way. Okay, that one kind of fits. I'd hate to have to repaint these and reprint them, but I might. That's disappointing. Yeah, it looks like that's what's going to have to happen. I didn't mirror my parts like I was supposed to. Alright, let's fix this leg. Give me that. As soon as I get them together, it's coming right back apart. Man, hold on here. Let's just pop this guy on and see what's going on. Okay, so that works. And it's just not lining up. All right, note to self, reprint the knee pads. Try this one again here, just out of curiosity. Yeah, see, the problem is it's clipping up here. It's not supposed to do that. I am angry. Let's see if I got some spare knee pads here. Oh boy. Nope. All right. Go back to the printer. Let's see here. Where's my scraper? Actually, this is a unique opportunity. I can show you the inside of the knee, how it works while I'm repairing this guy. So let's open this guy up here. Put that there. Screwdriver. Okay, so behold, this is how the knee works. You can see these little ridges on this guy. And on the back here it has TPU, which is spongy, squishes. On the inside of this guy, it's geared. So that when that knee moves, those little paddles move in and out, and they grab the wall. And you get yourself a nice bit of traction so the knees pop. Now, I'm going to take those and put those over there. Looks like that's done printing. Okay. Need this. Yeah, eventually I'm going to have a whole army. Not just of these robots, but there's going to be the walker, there's going to be powered armored figurines, regular soldiers, tanks, air transport. That's all going to have a War One aesthetic. Okay. That sucks about those knees, man. How the heck did that happen? Alright, let's try this again. A little more glue out of there. We are going to need a C-clamp for this. Oh yeah, he's the good guy. Well, good guy, you know. Yeah, I'm working on the lore behind him, and it's very early right now. But I figure once I get an army together, then I can work on the lore a little more and clean this up a little bit. Introduce the other characters. I have some other armies in mind. The only problem is time. Being able to actually sit down and design takes a lot of time, and you're a family man as well. You know what that means. Your time is not always your time. There we go. Okay, let my man there dry under pressure for a bit. Bring him back to life. I can, you want to see the bad guy? Well, bad guy. I'll go grab him. There you go. This is Vexus. He's the other unit. You can see him there. He's pretty honking and cool. Miniguns, chopping weapons. No, not here. I'll show you his clawed hands. Oh, it's about 2 a.m. there? Gosh, you're up late. There you go. Oops, almost lost that. Let's see. Let's see. Get his claws out so you can see him properly. Yeah. Vexus is a little different. He's a separatist. Skull motif, you know. Heavy armor, Roman plated style. Yeah. Still prototyping phase, though. Still got a long way to go on him. You know, the bugs worked out. He has less problems in his building process than Crack, so that's for sure. Now, let's see here. Where was I? The darn knees. How did this happen? I don't know. I suppose I could clip them, but then that would suck. Let's see. Maybe I'll just do that. Maybe I'll cheat. Oh, they're driven. They have what I call the marionette system in them. The marionette system is basically kind of like, what do you call it? Pacific Rim. A guy gets in a suit, and it's tethered from the ceiling with an umbilical, and he walks around and it responds to them. And it's a two-man team. One guy controls the robot and the weapon systems. The other guy controls the turret on the top. V is not up for download yet. He's not done. I still got some bugs I got to work out on him. Vexus is... I still have to make some regular hands for him because he's just got the claws. And I've got, like, you know, his minigun system, which I have to make like a handheld version as well too. This is only the slide-on version that he can wear or can put on his arms. And just a few other things. But yeah, he's getting close. Like, you know, I've got this right here. This is his core reactor vent cannon that basically takes hot plasma out of the reactor core and dumps it at its enemy. And then it's cooled with, you know, aluminium and liquid nitrogen. And it's got the coils up here which heat up, and there's tubes and stuff, and a lot more I got to put into it. But he's got some other weapon systems that I'm figuring out as well too. Goldorak. No, let me look him up. I might have seen him. The name doesn't sound too familiar. Hold on. Goldorak. I'm spelling that right. Goldorak, okay. Oh, yeah, I do know that. Yeah. That's old school. Back in the 80s, I believe. Yeah, that was that whole line of stuff coming out of Japan. Like, you know, the Super Saiyan Warrior, Voltron series, all that stuff. I don't know where I screwed up on these knees. Yeah, I love that stuff. I grew up as a kid watching Robotech and anime like crazy. I mean, Gundam models are one of the main inspirations for designing this guy. Um, because I mean, they were just so like intricate, you know, and they were so unique to anything that we had here in the States, and I just couldn't let it go. And then as soon as 3D printing came around, I was like, I'm gonna figure out how to make my own. And it's been a hell of a journey. And now I can't seem to figure out how I screwed the knees up on this guy. I don't want to throw these knees away because they painted up so nicely. I don't know, maybe I can adapt them. I'm gonna have to cut the plastic a bit. I don't know why they don't fit. Maybe these are an earlier version that I shouldn't have printed out. You know, in prototyping this guy, so many of these parts I went through, like gangbusters, like, you know, just designing and redesigning. So this could just be an older file that's been sitting around. That just ain't right. Maybe it's sitting right in there. That's sitting right in there. Huh. And my favorite by far was Robotech. I used to watch that stuff all the time. I got a whole shelf full of Robotech stuff up there. Airfield tank. You know what's funny about this guy is like when I was designing him, I was thinking about stuff like that. Like on the back here, you got reserve oxygen and water tanks on this in case this guy has to become a bunker. You know, the pilot inside could survive for a period of time. I always try to put in little details like that. You know, air vents for cooling systems, backup reserve tanks. I mean, even under here, things that would just make it feel more real. You know, I mean, you got air vents everywhere because I mean things get hot and they gotta cool off, right? Let's see if you get this one. 1.21 gigawatts. Yeah, that slide arm design. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Print out an electric guitar for him to play. That's funny. Okay, give me a second, guys. The hand just finished printing. Okay. There we go. Got the parts for the other hand. How am I doing on time here? It has been, okay, we're over 2 hours, so I should probably call it a night, guys. I'm very grateful that you guys stopped by tonight. I really appreciate your support. I know it's kind of a niche thing, so it's nice to see people show up. Oh, autocorrect that. Yeah, I get it. Speech to text. No worries. So guys, I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna get some sleep. Got an early day tomorrow. But thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. And tune in tomorrow if you can. I'm going to print some new knees out and figure out where the heck I went wrong with that. And he's going to be getting closer and closer. Soon enough, I'm going to just be painting him. I'm going to have to go out and prime everything, but we're going to paint him up and make him look really good. Super sweet. And yeah, you're welcome, guys. Have a good evening. I'm going to shut it down now. And hopefully I'll see you guys real soon. So 3, 2, 1, I'm out.